All right, Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom, salute to the hopeful elect, from the least to the greatest. So, I was doing some research, right, earlier, prior to me making this video, and I didn't know that and one of our ancient customs, our ancient Hebrew Israelite, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, one of the customs were when we were eating at the table, right? And we may have had a servant, or we was just eating at a particular gathering, and what happened was, if you was finished at the table, you had a cloth, and you wouldn't fold it, saying that it was a custom that you wasn't coming back to the table. You were done with your food, and whoever serving you, or your servant, or whoever, would clean the table off, because they know you were done. But if you were eating and you folded the cloth, that meant you was coming back to the table to finish off your food. So you know where I'm going at, right? Yahawashi, right? When Yahawashi, I'm gonna read the verse. Well, I'll start right here. It says, according to John, the Gospel of John 27, Yahawashi folded the linen burial cloth at his resurrection and placed it neatly at the head of the coffin. The cloth, which was placed over Yahawashi's head and face during the burial, was separate from the rest of his grave clothing. So that was showing you that he wasn't finished. He was coming back. All right. So it says, let me read this whole, because I didn't know this. Let's get John 20:7. So it's like a lot of things Yahawashi did. It was like significantly done. Like, it was for a reason. Like, he did certain things for a reason, and that kind of like blew my mind. Like, so this is John 20:7. So I'll start at 4. So it says, so they ran both together. I'll start at 3. It says, Peter therefore went forth, and the other disciple, and came to the sepulchre. So they ran together, and the other disciple did outrun Peter, and came first to the sepulchre. And he stooped down, and looking in, saw the linen clothes lying. Yet went he not in, and that was for a reason. So the disciple was outrunning Peter, but Peter was second in command. So they did everything in order. Right, so instead of him going in, he let Peter go in first. So that was properly done in order, because they follow order. He didn't just go in Hey, that's fearful, because back in the ancient times, it's times where guys was out of order, and the Heavenly Father put them to death. They may have went into a room in a temple that they wasn't supposed to go to, and the Lord put them to death. So I quite understand why he stood at the temple. He looked in, but he didn't go in. He let Peter go in first. Because say he would have went in, he didn't know what was about to go down. I was Yahawashi. Yahawashi is second to the Most High. I would have been scared. I would have been nervous. I would have been fearful. Fearful is the correct word. So he let Peter go. I remember the elder Harasabal was talking about that, and now it resonate. He was talking about it. I was like, okay, that's interesting, So now I'm reading about it again, and it makes sense, you know. But so reading on, it says, and he stooped down and looking in, saw the linen clothes lying, yet went he not in. It says, then come up Simon Peter following him, and went into the sepulchre, and see if the linen clothes lie. It says, now listen to this. Listen to this. It says, and the napkin that was about his head, not lying with the linen clothes, but wrapped together in a place by itself. So that was he did that on purpose. He did that for a reason. Everything Yahawashi did was for a reason. It was a spiritual reason. You know, people just think he just was healing people and all that. He was doing it for the faith reason. You see what I'm saying? He was doing it to let you know that you got to move more about faith. It's a spiritual thing now. And that was real spiritual what he did, because that was custom. When you folded a napkin at the table, that was showing you that you was coming back to finish off what you was, because you might have half ate the plate, but you folded your napkin so that let the servant or whoever know who was going to clean the table off not to touch your food, because you wasn't done. So that's when Yahawashi did that. He folded the cloth, and it wasn't by the other clothes. It was sort of like he was at the table, and he's doing the will of his Father, but he's not finished. He's coming back. So that I felt that quite that blew my mind, man. You know, because that shows you that the littlest things is man. So well, I was reading that. So it says it was wrapped, verse 7, and the napkin that was about his head, not lying with the linen clothes, but wrapped together in a place by itself. So it's reading on. It says, then went in also that the other disciples which came first to the sepulchre, and he saw and believed. So it goes into something else. But I found that let me see. Yeah, I found that quite amazing. Let's go back to the Google. So yeah, I was doing further research before I pulled up this Google, but I was looking into other aspects and other certain websites, and it came to be true that that may have been why. Let me read this part. It says, the significance of the folded cloth is unknown, but some say it could have Hebrew connotations. In Hebrew traditions, a folded napkin could mean I'm finished or I'm coming back. There's also a rumor that a folded napkin at the table is a Jewish custom that indicates the person intends to return. So yeah, so a lot of things Yahawashi did was for a reason, you know? But we all know that the Lord is coming back. So that gives us more faith, because that napkin was folded. You know? Hold on, brother. So all of the websites I looked up about maybe a couple of them. But everyone I go to, it says that it meant I'm coming back. It was one of our ancient Hebrew Israelites customs. Esau, he studied this, Um, it says, while if the master gets and folds his napkin and laid it beside his plate, the servant won't dare touch it, touch the table, because the folded napkin meant I'm coming back. And it's an account when Yahawashi was leaving, going up in a chariot, when he got beamed up in a chariot, the angel, right, stood aside and said, why y'all looking amazed? The same way he left is the same way he coming back. Matter of fact, let me get it. All right, I had to look it up. It's in Acts chapter 11. Where was that? I just thought. Hold on. Yeah, Acts 1:11. Okay. All right, here it is. It says, here it is. The ascension means to rise. It says, and when he had spoken these things while they beheld, he was taken up. It's talking about Yahawashi getting beamed up. It says he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. That cloud is that chariot. Remember in Revelations, it says, I'm coming with the clouds of heaven. Revelations 1:9, or 1 in the first chapter, it says he coming back with the clouds of heaven. So it says them clouds was them chariots taking them up. He said the cloud received them out of their sight. So Yahawashi just went straight up in the air into that chariot, into that cloud. It says, and while they looked steadfast towards heaven as he went up, behold, 2 men stood by them in white apparel. That was angels. Ain't that something? It says, verse 11, which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazed up into the heavens? Because they was looking like, God damn, they couldn't believe it. It says, this same Yahawashi, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. So yeah, so that's, hey, the Lord is coming back, man. So I felt that quite amazing how that napkin was folded, because that was a tradition of our Hebrew Israelites. But everything Yahawashi did was for a reason, you know. Everything we do for a reason. Everything is for a reason. Everything we do is for a reason, you know. But Lord willing us to edify. Till again, Shalom.